Native American history is a tapestry woven with rich stories, ancient traditions, and the enduring spirit of its people. The timeline of this history stretches back thousands of years, long before the arrival of Europeans in the Americas. To truly appreciate the depth and complexity of Native American heritage, it's essential to delve into the origins of the first inhabitants of this vast continent. From the icy expanses of the Bering Land Bridge to the lush forests of the Amazon, the journey of these early settlers is a testament to human resilience and adaptability. Understanding this history not only illuminates the past, but also provides a deeper appreciation for the enduring cultures and traditions that continue to thrive today. Join us as we embark on a fascinating exploration of Native American history, uncovering the stories, theories, and evidence that reveal how far back this incredible journey goes. Together, we'll trace the footsteps of the first Americans and discover the profound impact they have had on shaping the world we know today. The origins of Native Americans have been a subject of great cultural significance and fascination. Indigenous creation stories offer a deeply spiritual and culturally rich perspective on where Native American peoples come from. Each tribe has its own unique narrative, reflecting their distinct cultural heritage and worldview. For instance, the Navajo people speak of the emergence from a series of underworlds, guided by spiritual beings. The Hopi tell of their ancestors' journey across the land, led by deities to their current homeland. These stories are not just myths, but are integral to the identity and traditions of these communities, passed down through generations. They provide a sense of belonging and continuity, linking the past with the present. In addition to these rich oral traditions, early scientific theories have sought to explain the arrival of the first people in the Americas. One prominent theory is the land bridge hypothesis, which suggests that during the last ice age, a land bridge called Beringia connected Siberia to Alaska, allowing people to migrate into the new continent. Another theory proposes coastal migration, where early humans traveled by boat along the Pacific coastline, finding new lands to settle. These theories, while varied, highlight the enduring curiosity and quest to understand how the Americas became inhabited. Together, indigenous stories and scientific theories offer a comprehensive glimpse into the ancient past of Native American peoples. In addition to indigenous creation stories, early theories about how the first people arrived in the Americas have fascinated researchers for decades. One of the most prominent theories is the Bering Land Bridge theory. This hypothesis suggests that during the last ice age, sea levels were much lower, exposing a land bridge, known as Beringia, that connected Siberia to Alaska. It is believed that early humans crossed this land bridge in pursuit of migrating herds of large game animals, eventually spreading throughout North and South America. Another compelling theory is the coastal migration hypothesis. This theory posits that early inhabitants traveled along the Pacific coastlines by boat, rather than overland through Beringia. Evidence supporting this includes archaeological findings of early human settlements along coastal areas, which suggests that these early settlers were skilled mariners capable of navigating and surviving in these environments. Both theories highlight the adaptability and resilience of early humans in navigating and thriving in new, often harsh, environments. These migration theories not only provide insights into the physical journey of the first Americans, but also into the development of diverse cultures and societies that would emerge across the continent. As research continues, these theories evolve, helping us piece together the complex puzzle of human migration into the Americas. Archaeological evidence has provided a fascinating glimpse into the early presence of humans in the Americas, with some of the most compelling findings dating back over 14,000 years. One of the key sites that has significantly contributed to our understanding is Monte Verde in Chile. Discovered in the 1970s, Monte Verde has revealed an array of artifacts, including stone tools, wooden structures, and preserved organic materials, which collectively suggest a well-established settlement. The artifacts found at Monte Verde challenge earlier assumptions that the Clovis culture, known for their distinctive spear points, represented the first inhabitants of the Americas. Instead, Monte Verde predates Clovis sites by over 1,000 years, indicating that human presence in the Americas is much older than previously believed. This site has been instrumental in reshaping our understanding of early human migration and settlement patterns, providing a clearer picture of how these early communities lived and adapted to their environments. The evidence from Monte Verde and other archaeological sites continues to be crucial in piecing together the complex history of early human habitation in the Americas. The Clovis culture, named after the town of Clovis, New Mexico, where distinctive spear points were first discovered, represents one of the earliest identifiable groups of people in North America. These spear points, known for their fluted shape, are believed to date back approximately 13,000 years. These early settlers utilized advanced hunting techniques, primarily targeting large game, such as mammoths and bison. The craftsmanship of their tools indicates a high level of skill and knowledge in stone technology. Clovis people were not isolated. Evidence suggests they had a wide-ranging trade network, exchanging goods and ideas across vast distances. Moreover, their ability to adapt to various environments, from grasslands to woodlands, demonstrates their resourcefulness and resilience. Understanding the Clovis culture provides critical insights into the lifeways of North America's earliest inhabitants, revealing a complex picture of human ingenuity and adaptability. As we uncover more about these early settlers, we gain a deeper appreciation for the rich tapestry of human history that unfolded long before recorded history. The end of the last ice age, approximately 12,000 years ago, marked a significant turning point in the history of human migration to the Americas. As the massive ice sheets that once covered much of North America began to melt, new landscapes were revealed, and previously inaccessible areas became traversable. This melting created a series of corridors and pathways, such as the ice-free corridor that opened up between the retreating glaciers of the Laurentide and Cordilleran ice sheets. These routes provided new opportunities for migration and exploration. As early humans adapted to these changing conditions, they ventured further into the continent, spreading out in various directions. The newly exposed land was rich with diverse ecosystems, including forests, grasslands, and coastal regions, each offering unique resources and challenges. Early settlers had to adapt their strategies and tools to survive and thrive in these varied environments. The end of the Ice Age also brought about significant climatic changes, leading to shifts in flora and fauna. Large mammals like mammoths and mastodons, which had been vital sources of food, began to decline, pushing human populations to diversify their diets and develop new hunting techniques. This period of migration and adaptation laid the groundwork for the rich tapestry of cultures and societies that would eventually emerge across the Americas. As the last ice age came to a close, the world underwent significant environmental changes. The melting glaciers reshaped the landscapes, creating vast new areas for early settlers to explore and inhabit. These transformations were not without their challenges. The retreating ice sheets resulted in rising sea levels, which submerged large portions of land, altering coastlines and creating barriers that early inhabitants had to navigate. Additionally, the climate warmed, leading to shifts in vegetation and animal populations. Early settlers had to adapt to these new conditions, learning to hunt different game and gather varied plant resources. These adaptations were crucial for their survival and played a significant role in the development of diverse cultures across the Americas. The changing environment also influenced migration patterns. As previously ice-covered routes became passable, groups of people spread out, exploring new territories and establishing settlements in regions that were once inhospitable. This period of adaptation and exploration laid the groundwork for the rich tapestry of indigenous cultures that would eventually flourish across the continent. The advancement of genetic research has revolutionized our understanding of human migration, particularly in the context of the first Americans. Ancient DNA sequencing has provided concrete evidence about the migration patterns of early populations. By analyzing the genetic material extracted from ancient remains, scientists have been able to trace the lineage and migration routes of these early inhabitants. One of the most significant discoveries came from the ancient remains found in the Yucatan Peninsula, which date back over 12,000 years. These remains, known as Naya, offer invaluable insights into the genetic makeup of the first people to inhabit the Americas. Further genetic studies have revealed connections between these ancient populations and contemporary indigenous communities, reinforcing the deep historical ties and continuity of these cultures. This genetic evidence not only maps out migration routes, but also highlights the resilience and adaptability of early human populations as they navigated diverse and often challenging environments. By bridging the gap between ancient and modern DNA, researchers are able to paint a more detailed and accurate picture of how the Americas were first populated. One of the most groundbreaking advancements in understanding the migration patterns of the first Americans comes from the sequencing of ancient DNA. In recent years, scientists have been able to extract and analyze genetic material from ancient remains, providing a clearer picture of how the Americas were populated. A significant discovery was made in the Yucatan Peninsula, where the remains of a young girl named Naya were found in an underwater cave. Dating back over 12,000 years, Naya's DNA revealed a direct genetic link to modern indigenous peoples, supporting the theory that the earliest inhabitants of the Americas originated from a single population that migrated from Siberia across the Bering Land Bridge. Further genetic studies have confirmed that the descendants of these early migrants spread throughout North and South America, adapting to diverse environments and forming distinct cultural groups. For instance, the analysis of the Anzac, one child, an infant buried with Clovis artifacts in Montana, demonstrated genetic ties to contemporary Native American tribes. These findings not only illuminate the pathways our ancestors took, but also highlight the resilience and adaptability of human populations over millennia. Moreover, this genetic research underscores the deep-rooted connections between ancient and modern indigenous communities, affirming their continuous presence and cultural heritage in the Americas. By bridging the past and present, these discoveries foster a greater appreciation for the enduring legacy of Native American peoples and their vital role in human history. Exploring the formation of distinct societies and cultures across the Americas reveals a tapestry of diverse and sophisticated civilizations. From the dense jungles of Mesoamerica arose the mighty Aztec civilization, known for their grand temples, intricate calendar systems, and advanced agricultural techniques. The Aztecs developed a rich cultural and religious heritage, centered around their capital Tenochtitlan, which was one of the largest cities in the world at its peak. In North America, the Mississippian culture flourished, particularly at the site of Cahokia near present-day St. Louis. Cahokia was a sprawling urban center with massive earthen mounds, some of which served as platforms for temples and residences for the elite. The Mississippians were skilled farmers, cultivating crops such as maize, beans, and squash, which supported their large population and complex society. These cultures, along with countless others across the continent, developed unique social structures, technologies, and artistic traditions. They engage in extensive trade networks, sharing goods, ideas, and innovations over vast distances. Each society had its own distinct language, spiritual beliefs, and customs, contributing to the rich mosaic of indigenous heritage. Understanding these diverse cultures is crucial for appreciating the depth and breadth of Native American history. Their achievements in architecture, agriculture, and governance reflect sophisticated and adaptable societies that thrived long before European contact. This segment underscores the importance of recognizing the varied and profound contributions of indigenous peoples to the global narrative of human civilization. The linguistic diversity among indigenous peoples of the Americas is truly remarkable. There are hundreds of different languages, many of which are unrelated to one another, reflecting the deep cultural and historical divisions among various groups. These languages are more than just means of communication. They are vital to the identity and heritage of the communities that speak them. Oral traditions play a central role in preserving history, culture, and knowledge. Stories, songs, and legends passed down through generations not only provide entertainment, but also serve as educational tools, teaching values, norms, and historical events. These oral traditions have preserved the rich histories of indigenous peoples, often filling in gaps that written records cannot. For example, the Haudenosaunee, also known as the Iroquois, have an oral constitution called the Great Law of Peace, which predates many written constitutions and has guided their governance for centuries. Such traditions are essential in maintaining the cultural continuity and resilience of indigenous communities, keeping their unique identities alive despite centuries of external pressures and changes. Indigenous knowledge and oral traditions play a crucial role in modern archaeology. These narratives, passed down through generations, offer insights that written records often cannot provide. Stories of creation, migration, and significant events are rich sources of information, reflecting the deep connection indigenous peoples have with their land and history. For instance, the oral histories of the Hopi people describe migrations that align with archaeological findings, providing a complementary perspective to scientific data. Modern archaeologists increasingly recognize the value of these oral traditions. By integrating indigenous knowledge with archaeological methods, researchers gain a more holistic understanding of past cultures. This approach has led to significant discoveries, such as the identification of ancient settlements and sacred sites that might have otherwise been overlooked. For example, the collaboration with the Zuni tribe has helped uncover and preserve important cultural sites in the American Southwest. Furthermore, indigenous knowledge often includes detailed ecological information, which can guide archaeologists in their search for ancient artifacts and settlements. The traditional ecological knowledge of the Inuit, for example, has been invaluable in understanding the changing Arctic environment and its impact on human habitation over millennia. Incorporating indigenous perspectives not only enriches our understanding of history, but also fosters respect and collaboration between researchers and native communities. It ensures that archaeological practices are culturally sensitive and that the histories of indigenous peoples are represented accurately and respectfully. This partnership between modern science and ancient wisdom is paving the way for new discoveries and a deeper appreciation of the rich, complex history of Native American peoples. The inclusion of indigenous communities in archaeological studies is not just a matter of respect, but also a necessity for achieving accurate and culturally sensitive historical representation. Indigenous people possess a profound connection to their ancestral lands and a deep understanding of their own heritage. Their involvement can provide invaluable insights that might otherwise be overlooked by researchers. For example, many oral traditions contain rich details about historical events, migration routes, and environmental changes that can guide archaeological investigations. Collaborating with indigenous communities ensures that these narratives are respected and integrated into the research process, enriching our understanding of history. Moreover, involving indigenous communities fosters a sense of ownership and empowerment, allowing them to actively participate in the preservation and interpretation of their cultural heritage. This collaboration also helps to rectify historical injustices, acknowledging the contributions and rights of indigenous peoples in the study of their own past. By working together, archaeologists and indigenous communities can create a more holistic and inclusive historical record, one that honors the legacy and ongoing contributions of Native American cultures. This partnership is essential in building a comprehensive and respectful understanding of the ancient history of the Americas. As we conclude our journey through the vast and intricate history of Native American peoples, let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've covered. We've delved into the rich tapestry of indigenous creation stories, explored early theories of migration, and examined the archaeological evidence that traces human presence in the Americas back over 14,000 years. We discuss how climate changes shape migration routes and the adaptation of early settlers to new environments. We've also highlighted the groundbreaking genetic research, revealing the profound connections between ancient remains and modern indigenous communities. Furthermore, we explored the development of diverse cultures, from the sophisticated civilizations of the Aztec and Cahokia to the linguistic richness and oral traditions that have preserved their histories. Finally, we emphasize the invaluable contribution of indigenous knowledge to modern archaeology and the importance of involving Indigenous communities in these studies. This history is not just about the past. It profoundly impacts our understanding of human migration and cultural development. Thank you for joining us in uncovering these stories, and we invite you to continue exploring and appreciating the rich heritage of Native American peoples.